Good day, everybody. My name is Dana Massett with the Sun Your Soul and the Mindful Mama, and today I'm going to be talking about rage. We're in a very interesting time that can trigger a lot of unearthed, suppressed emotions. When we enter the abyss of the unknown, we enjoy having control over life, over ourselves, over situations. It almost is a natural instinct to feel soothed and to feel comforted when we have control. Okay, so when we enter a time of the unknown, we begin to lose control. The truth of the matter is we've never had control. We've never had full control over anything. Even when it seems like it, you don't. Even when you have a child, you don't own your child. You don't have full control over your child. You are a vessel. You are a guide for them. When the unknown comes through, it could be a beautiful moment, an opportunity for you to heal those emotions that you've suppressed. It could be a beautiful opportunity to strengthen your faith. It could be a beautiful opportunity for you to let go of the fear and the anxiety, not avoid the reality. It's different things. Not avoid the reality. Understand the reality you're in, be safe, be proactive, but also choose not to go into anxiety, fear, and panic. Then it's almost like this shedding, this letting go that happens. But what I wanted to talk about is rage. Rage is also another emotion that could be coming up right now, but just in everyday life, rage can come up. Rage is, sometimes I see it in people where it's a generational energetic signature that's passed down. What that can mean is maybe you saw your grandma go into anger to rage, your mother go into rage, your father. Maybe you didn't even see those people go into rage. Maybe it was behind the scenes, but it is in your DNA. It's also something that can be taught. So if you did see your parents go into rage, if your friends go into rage, if your partner went into rage a lot, uncontrollable rage, you can also get that signature and you can start to go into that pattern too. Rage is just another layer of anger. When anger is unresolved and not addressed and not healed and released, that will turn into rage. Rage pops up in instances that you don't expect it. So everything's going good, a trigger happens, boom, rage is lit up. People are embarrassed to talk about rage. People are embarrassed to talk about anger. No, I'm not angry, I'm fine. So it's like anger is avoided and suppressed, and then rage is you're just embarrassed. You feel shameful that you have it in your body. So I wanted to talk about rage is normal. Everybody has been there. Everybody feels it. Everybody has resentments and anger. And I want to share some stories of my rage with you. I remember, well, let me start from a present moment. And this shows my growth, and this is why I feel comfortable to discuss it with you, is I've worked on it. So it's almost like now that I'm on the other side of it, and I'm not saying I'm purely wholly cleansed of it, but hi Thor, you can see him in the mirror right now. He's so cute. I deal with shame and embarrassment too. So what I'm trying to say is, like, now that I can see almost like hindsight, whoa, Dana, you used to be like this and you used to get triggered this way, and now you're over here. So I'm comfortable talking about it. But honestly, I should be comfortable talking about it when I'm in the midst of it. And I know when I'm in the midst of things, I've shared that with you guys too. But my dog like peed downstairs on the carpet. And it's so funny. And it's like after the fact, I catch him after the fact. And honestly, I kind of reflect back at my behavior and I'm like, I haven't really like let him out in the past couple hours. So I have to kind of own some of that too. And there's no anger inside of me. I literally just go downstairs, I clean it up. It's no big deal. Even my fiance is like, aren't you gonna yell at him? And I'm like, honestly, it's way past the matter. It doesn't even matter. Because I know with like trainers have talked about, unless you catch them in the act, it doesn't matter. So when I'm cleaning it up, I'm just thinking like, wow, Dana, 6 years ago, if your dog had an accident, you would be losing your shit. Like, you would be so upset. And that's because I had that rage and that anger inside of me. So when things went wrong and stepped out of my realm of control, I would really get upset. Hey. So then I remember I'm trying to think how old my kids were. I'm almost thinking, hey, no lick, no lick, no lick. I'm almost thinking Brayden was probably like 8, Blake was probably 6. We're getting ready for school. I'm single momming it. Life is stressful. Finances are low. Hey, no lick. And we had one of those Kia cheap dressers, and I think Brayden and Blake kind of got into a fight or something, and the dresser, and Brayden instigated it this time, but trust me, Blake instigates a lot too. It goes back and forth. And the dresser almost fell on Blake. And just in that moment, and I was never a disciplinary, like with the spanking or the hitting or anything. And that moment, it was like a freak out. And I remember smacking like Brayden in the face. And it's funny because as I say this, I can remember my sister telling a story about how my mom smacked her in the face and like she never forgot it. And again, it's because my parents really didn't spank us, and physical abuse and stuff like that, or discipline. And my son will still share that story because it was so shocking, and like he remembers it and we process it and everything. But I can recall in that moment that feeling coming up. I've lost control. The rage takes over. And you feel awful about yourself when you do things like that. And it's embarrassing, and you don't want to tell other people, and you don't want to process it. You don't even want to process it with your therapist. The beautiful thing is the relationship that me and my sons have. We can laugh about it today, like, and even in that moment following, like he would talk about it and I would talk about it. He's like, geez, mom, like, like you really lost control. And I was like, I totally did. Okay, another time. This is probably like 4 years ago. We were driving to school. I can't even recall what the heck happened, but when you have 2 sons, 2 years apart, it's chaotic. Taking them to school, I forget if they're fighting, they're not listening, blah, blah, blah. I remember throwing my smoothie that I spent all this time making out the window. Karma hit me back right in that moment. So I like throw it out the window. Ridiculous, right? But the rage hit me. It came over me. We're human. I threw it out the window. Half of it bounces back into the car. It's on my upholstery, in my speakers. Ridiculous. That was the universe saying, like, Dana, you need to face this. You need to heal this. I still, like, I could not get that stuff out of my car, So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's inside of us. It's hiding inside of us, and it's okay to unearth it, and it's okay to look at it, and it's okay to talk about it, and to not be embarrassed. Rage is passed down energetically. Rage is not addressing the hurts and pains that have happened to you in your life. Rage is you are completely overwhelmed and in survival mode. You need healing. You need support. I'm trying to think. I remember in my teenage years, I was such a rebel. I did not listen to my mom. I literally thought I was the boss of my life, as I think many teenagers think and feel. And I remember she was like, you're not going out. And I think I went up to my stairs, up to my room, trying to play it off like, yeah, I'm not going to go out, mom. I run downstairs. My mom's right there. I'm running to the door to like leave. I'm crazy. I'm like a psycho at like 13. I think I was 13, between 13 and 15. She catches me. She almost like body slams me to the door. And I think I threw something at her. Honestly, I don't end up going out. But it was chaos. It was madness. And it was like, at that age, I had something that needed to be healed. Something that needed to come up. So just understanding the energetics of anger and rage and giving it love and compassion and not feeling embarrassed and shameful about it. When you feel embarrassed and shameful about an emotion, it actually feeds it and makes it worse. So I really hope sharing some of my story with you about rage, that I dealt with it and now I can reflect, things just don't really upset me that much anymore. And honestly, it was my inner work. First of all, I was having an amazing, safe, grounded partner to share this with and to really ground me in my life, for me to feel safe in my life. So thank you, Kenny. But also, it was me looking at this. And yes, moments I was embarrassed about it and shameful, but I also would have conversations with it. Like, I really want to heal this. I really want to release this. I don't want to be emotionally triggered and taken out of my center when life is just happening. Like, kids are kids. We all make mistakes. Adults make mistakes. Life is just happening. I do not want to be reactive and pulled into it. So think about what your story is and what we need to unearth. Namaste.